Hello, America. Again, this is Eddie Marcus as usual, and I got a wonderful message. And this message I would advise everyone to take a notice and listen to. The message that I bring to you today is something that I started on yesterday and I kind of touched up, but I want to get right down to the real nitty-gritty today, be more specific. And I'm calling this Judgment Day. 400 years, ladies and gentlemen, of oppression. 400 years of being treated less than a human being on the face of the earth. Who am I speaking of? I'm speaking of those who have not had the power. And in most instances, especially the past 400 years, they have been non-whites, blacks, people of color, and then minorities, all kinds, and the poor. They, my friends, have been the victims. And now it is Judgment Day. But the great master of the universe, the creator of this great wonderful sky that I'm looking at today, and not only that, the creator of these beautiful trees, not only that, the creator of that most magnificent sun that is turning me into a shadow. So let me turn back around so you can see that I'm me. Ladies and gentlemen, check this out. We have just endured and are enduring a pandemic, for whatever that means. But there's something that's going around that's taking a lot of lives. And it's indiscriminate, my friends. What does it represent? It represents judgment. It goes into every crevice. And there's nothing that'll keep it out except a Passover. This is what's happening, ladies and gentlemen. What has to happen? The whole world sees what's going on. The whole world is a participant in it. And every last one of them will blame everybody else and try to exonerate themselves, but the truth tells you that everybody's guilty. Everybody's guilty. Over the past several months, the occurrences have been held in such esteem that the whole world has been able to witness it. They've been able to witness the abuse of power. They've been able to witness its consequence. Everybody, no one has an excuse. But now a choice calls upon each individual to make a choice. Where do you stand? Where do you stand? Do you stand with evil as it is being highlighted currently in America? Do you stand with the President of the United States who's advocating whatever he can to sow division, hate, violence, lies, con? I mean, yes, there are many people that stand with that. But we call that evil. That's the abuser. That's the element of power. That's the white cop who's charged to serve and protect, with a knee on the neck of the oppressed. And regardless of how much they cry for relief, they don't get it. Not from the abuser. And not even from the victims. That's your vote, ladies and gentlemen. That's where you stand, that's where you stand. That's your judgment. Then there are those wonderful, good people, as I mentioned, who saw what was going on, who came up on the scene, who took out their cameras to videotape, where we could hear demanding that the policeman get up off the man's neck, allow him to breathe, repeating what the victim was saying, asking them to get up. and saw that that voice had no power, that goodness voice had no power. It was right, but it had no power. Because the real power at that moment was oppressing the man's neck. Those good people represent everybody else. It's an indication of what we hear, that things go wrong. I'm saying it a different way, but I'm saying this. When good people do nothing. Those were good people with those cameras. Those were good people who was reminding the powers that be that they were wrong, that they were taking this life of this brother, this young brother, George Floyd. Those were good people. But all of their goodness didn't do one thing to save brother George Floyd. Those are Democrats. Those are people who might be of other parties who can recognize some things, but they just rather not do nothing. It'll work itself out. Why get involved? Those are do-nothing people. They point fingers. Oh, yes, they point fingers. But they do nothing. That's their judgment. That's their judgment. And then there are those who have observed, who've paid attention and witnessed through the studies and research that of 400 years, the same practice that is occurring 400 years ago is occurring today. And the conversation comes as the same conversation that was offered 400 years ago. They're offering it today. It's going to be all right. We got to deal with this. And people say, well, we got them thinking now. And they are saying, now you can go back into your homes. You protested. The world sees us. Now don't draw any more attention to us. Just leave it be. We're going to take care of this, but we're going to even punish this guy. So you guys go ahead on back home. And these guys see this. And they say, no more. We're not going to do that. We know there's no war with Russia. And we know why. You know, you'll both go down. On the highway, we know that you drive by the rules and stay in your lane, because if you don't, there's going to be some problems right there. You coming messing over us for 400 years and you've had no problems. All this is talk. Now we said it's over because we see you for who you are. Not only do we see you, the entire world see you. The almighty power of God has made sure that everyone has seen the story, and they're seeing it now. There are those who say no more. We're not going to walk away with you not feeling the pain of what you've done. We're free. We'd rather listen to ourselves than to listen to you. And when we listen to ourselves, we can only trust what we know is much better than you. And that is either us, and if you don't like that, then we'll say it's God. But it is. And this is their judgment. This is our judgment. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is Judgment Day. Where are you? Are you with those who say, kill them, the niggers? They don't have any right to live. They don't matter. Same things happen even in the beginning of time. When the power started being robbed. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Judgment Day. Do you stand with evil? Or do you stand with just being good? Or do you stand with change? Change. Do you stand with change? Change is not alone. Change has with it the power of the Almighty God. I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, this is Judgment Day. Now, I don't want to just walk away with telling you that this is Judgment Day, because many of you have no idea how you're to respond to this. Well, I'm saying, ladies and gentlemen, here is something. The President of the United States is going to try everything he possibly can. Every evil thing that can come to his mind, he's going to try to do it to disrupt and take over this Judgment Day. Don't worry about it. Everything that he does is going to work against him. It's going to work against him and everybody that believes in that. And the good people, you're going to have to make a change. You just can't stand in the middle. Why do I say that? When the coronavirus came down, it passed you up. There were others that did not. You got an opportunity. You have chance. You have seen the truth. How are you going to respond? You got an opportunity. So when you go to those polls, if it lasts that long, Donald Trump should be removed from office right away. Yeah, 25th Amendment, however they want to put it together. He should be removed. He's a threat, not just to America. He's a threat to humanity. And you know, he likes it like that. When I say that, that doesn't offend him. He sticks his chest out. And he says to the power that he talks to, see there, I told you I am the one. Yes, he does. And that's not funny, ladies and gentlemen, because he's talking about annihilating you. He's talking about destroying what God has designed to be heaven on earth. And that is not good. But if, in fact, he does remain president and run as a candidate for continuing the office of President of the people of the United States of America, the world, my friends, will be so confused. They will be thinking, do we flip over to the devil or do we stand alone? Now, they should have learned by now. Trump should have used enough evil to teach them that they gotta separate themselves. They be their own devil. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to say, when you go to those polls, you vote. Choose the devil or the do-nothings. I mean, you might as well not even vote. But vote anyway. No excuses. And those for change, we know what's going to happen there. You go to those polls, you write your name. Who do you want to be president of the United States? Write in your name. It has this power. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Eddie Marcus saying goodbye for now.